You are also very critical of certain wrestlers as well. Like, for instance, we've had on this show Kongo Kong, and you've been very critical of his work in both XCF and EWA over the past number of years. Why are you always critical of Kongo Kong?
No,
Because,
I'm not critical. I'm not critical.
okay,
He does like to take the referees out. That does bother me a little bit. But no, Congo Kong. To me, he's one of the best big men wrestlers out there. Um, I honestly, if you want my honest opinion,
yes,
I
I
don't
do.
think he hasn't gotten his flowers. He really hasn't. Um, I'm not trying to be critical of Congo Kong. If somebody said that, that wasn't me. Uh,
Well, I
but
got proof. I got some. I got my own opinion about you and Kongo Kong, but I'll get into that in a moment. But please.
um, he hasn't gotten his flowers, honestly. He's one of the best big men wrestlers. I really think he could have. Um, he can make an impact anywhere he goes. He's made an impact anywhere he goes. Um, he's a man you want to stay out of the way of, for sure, because he is a monster in that ring. But if you watch him um, perform, golly, just one of the best big guys that's out on the scene right now, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely is. And I'll come to my thoughts now about Kongo Kong. So the reason why I think that you're always critical of him, as you mentioned at the beginning of that statement you made, is that you don't like the way he comes across and attacks people.
The referees, yeah.
Well, what do you make of Kongo Kong? What do you think why he does that, and why does that go in your nose for? Because you're not, you're not worried. You're just calling the action. You're never going to get in Kongo Kong race, so it shouldn't really bother you, really, should it? Or
Well, I mean, I fear for their safety. That's all. I fear for the referee safety. I mean, you're looking at almost a 7 foot guy attacking a 150 pound referee. 130 pound referee. It's not wonderful. But here's the thing: the referees also need to know you don't get in his way either, because it's Congo Kong. He's going to take care of business.
certainly is, certainly is. But I mean, there's been one or two referees in particular who you like to name drop on commentary when they do get on Kongo Kong's bad side, and I believe that they deserve to get the curse of Kongo Kong because obviously they're not doing their jobs correctly compared to other referees who you do not name drop when they're in a match with Kongo Kong. So maybe Kongo Kong hear you from a mile away name dropping these officials and think, well, why is he getting more airtime than I am? And the star here, not these other guys.
I don't. I
For
know these officials, and I know them well. So you know.
well, for instance, let's go and let's name drop one who's been on this show before, Peyton Bowman.
I
He's
love Peyton. Yes.
yeah. Well, I think every time whenever Kongo Kong gets on Peyton's bad side, you always
Oh,
seem like you're burst out laughing on commentary.
the I wasn't doing commentary at that point for that match, but the very first time that I saw him attack Peyton, I felt so sorry for him.
Well,
Took
he got in his way.
two
He stole a
giant
chair.
choke
He took the chair away. What do you expect to happen?
Yeah, he took the chair away, yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a part of that match. I mean, he had to do his job.
Well, he could have done his job outside of the ring and just let him destroy the person. The sooner he just destroyed him with the chair, the sooner he would have got out there easier. But he decided to take the limelight away from Kongo Kong, and that ended up to be his worst night ever at that particular promotion. But then that
Well,
carried
I
on.
mean,
That carried on into EWA at that event as well, where Kongo liked to mess with him after that. He's an easy
that,
target.
yeah, yeah, he, there was another event in which he was, it was back in Frankfort, Kentucky, and they crossed paths again, and just poor Peyton. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel sorry for Peyton. But again, you know, it's a line you got to tread carefully as a referee. Now, that being said, the match at Congo Kong that, where he had the chair taken away,
Yeah.
that match wasn't relaxed rules. It wasn't. It was a standard one-on-one contest. So Peyton had to do what he had to do.
But
Obviously, he paid for it.
the thing
So,
was, Aaron, is that the match was over. So there was no rules after that. So that's why
well,
Kongo Kong wanted to inflict.
after it's over, the wrestlers don't need to be attacked afterwards. It's assault at that point.
Well, obviously, Kongo Kong was upset with Danny Marth. That's who he was facing at the time. And
Right, right.
he thought that he needed to make sure he does not come back. And that's exactly what happened. We've not seen Danny Marth back
No,
anywhere near
yeah.
Indiana ever since Kongo Kong viciously assaulted him. And it would be even worse if Peyton did not get involved.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. If Peyton get involved, it could have been a lot worse. But Peyton had to do what he had to do. It is what it is.
And now since then, by the way, we've not seen Peyton either ever again. So, that's two people Kongo Kong's got rid of now.
Congo has been known to kind of, if he doesn't want anybody around, he can make a point, and that's why you don't see either of those anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you never know, Aaron. After tonight, you might be next on his list. So
Uh,
just be careful what you say as well, because I don't want you
hey,
to
I hope
be.
not. I hope not.